everyone, and welcome to Queen's Table. We have another special guest this week. Welcome, Miss Yorkshire Atlantic, Alice Armitage. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm really good, thanks. How are you doing?
Very, very good, thank you. Getting all excited for next week. I'm sure you are as well.
Oh, ecstatic. Honestly, this is making me all these little things that I'm doing on the build up to it are just making me even more excited. I can barely sleep on a night.
I know, I must admit, I do feel like that. I don't know whether you get it as well, just getting like the butterflies, the excitement of seeing everyone. And I just think we're going to have such a crazy, amazing couple of days together. It's going to be so, so good. And there's just so many lovely girls. We're just going to have so much fun. And I like the way it's done over 2 days. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking
Yeah.
about, we'll the the grand final of Miss Atlantic United Kingdom. So we are really excited. So if anyone's watching and would like to ask Alice any questions, please put the comments in the box and I'll get those up for you. So, first of all, could you please tell us a little bit about your pageant history?
Yes, so it's quite extensive. It started well over 10 years ago. So I'm 28 now, and I first did my pageant when I was 16. So it's a long time. And I started off doing quite a small competition that I was like sort of scouted for. I'm not even sure if it's still going. It was called Teen Queen UK. And yeah, I did that and I absolutely loved it. And I decided to take a little break from it as a teenager. You dip in and out of things. And then I decided to give it another shot a few years later. And I've done all sorts. I've done Galaxy. I've done what was formerly the Power Pageant. I won a local competition called Miss West Yorkshire back in 2016, and I had an incredible year representing my county then. And I went on to the Supermodel England finals, which I've actually competed in 3 times now. So the first year I didn't place, and then I went back another 2 times and placed in the top 7. So yeah, that's kind of like my more recent. So I competed in Supermodel in September last year, and yeah, I'd done that for so many years, and I just wanted to then branch out into something new. So I'd done a lot of research on what I might like to do, and Atlantic was near the top of my dream pageant list. So I did a lot more research, and I thought, yeah, I've got a good feeling about this, and I haven't looked back since.
Oh, that's incredible. And you've been doing it for so long as well. I completely agree with you. I think it's really important to have a think out there. I mean, for newbies as well, to definitely research your pageant and find out if it's suited to you. So, what made you think Atlantic would be so suited to you?
Well, the initial was I'd seen people have so many good experiences competing in it, and obviously I loved that they kept it going over COVID as well, and the guys still had a really good experience competing in it even virtually. So that was one thing. And the second thing was when I started doing my research, obviously the ethos of the system is incredible. The fact that we just want to inspire and encourage people just to be individuals and really encourage people to do their own thing. And that kind of leads me on to the final point, which is also the fact that we get to choose our own charities, which is not something that I've had previously in a pageant, but it's something that I was looking for because I knew I wanted to set up my platform. And I knew that being able to choose my own charities would sort of help that and work alongside it as well.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant as well because so I've got the platform Mind,
Yeah.
which is the pageant's choice, which is Miss Atlantic United Kingdom's choice, which is an incredible, incredible charity for so many reasons. I know when I was researching into it, that was one of the big things for me as well. But the fact that you can choose, your own platforms, your own charities as well, that is really, really big, like winner as well, isn't it? So
Oh,
tell
yeah.
me a little bit about your platform because your platform's lost but not losing. Is that correct? So tell
That's
me about that.
correct. Yes, so it's been kind of 6 years in the making. I only set it up at the back end of last year, and Lost But Not Losing was not necessarily my first choice of what to actually give it as a name. I had a few options and I sent them to my friends and I said, just pick what your favourite is. And everybody went for Lost But Not Losing. And the kind of concept behind calling it Lost But Not Losing is the idea that I am lost, but I'm not losing while I'm lost because I'm actually building myself up. So that's why I went for that in the end. And I'm so, so glad I did. I just feel like it just really summarizes like what I'm trying to achieve with it. So essentially, 6 years ago, I lost my dad to cancer and I was incredibly close to him. And as you can imagine, it was just a really difficult time for me and for my family. And it was one of those where obviously we kind of had an idea that it was coming, but you can never prepare for anything like that. And I'd never lost anybody close to me before. My grandparents had died when I was young, so that was not something I'd ever been through. So it hit me incredibly hard, and I didn't really know what to do. And to be honest, I didn't reach out to anything like Mind or any bereavement counselling. I just found my best way through it at the time. And on reflection now, I think, wow, I could have accessed so many different avenues to get me through a difficult time. And that's kind of what Lost But Not Losing is about. It's about having that kind of platform and that community for people who, like myself, have lost people, but also from a mental health standpoint as well, because I think people lose people every day, which is the sad reality of life. But actually, mental health is a huge part of that. And I think people lose people and they're just expected to get on with their lives. But it's not as simple as that. If you're that person, you've got so many emotions and you might have people to support, etc. And so I just wanted to share my story and kind of just be really honest about what journey I've been on and the journey I still am on now, to help other people, I guess, and to help signpost them. So I do a lot of signposting to Mind, as we've said, about from an Atlantic point of view. They do lots of incredible work, and they have local Mind centres that you can go to and get the support that you need. And that's, yeah, just what it's about, basically. So that's where it started. And I'm kind of branching out from different angles now and inviting other people onto the platform to discuss their experiences with mental health and bereavement as well. Just so that everybody's got a point of access. And I've actually had some incredible feedback, people that I don't even know messaging me and saying that, you know, they found it in a time of need and it's been really helpful for them. And it's just the most rewarding feeling.
Oh, that's incredible. And actually, it's something that I'll be very interested in myself, because I sadly have lost 3 parents in the space of 2 years. 2 to COVID. Just sadly, my father-in-law a couple of weeks ago, and my biological mum to cancer, and my biological father to COVID. So it was 3 in a very short space of time, plus 2 best friends. So I do appreciate people. You do be expected to get on with your life, but it is really important, because, like you, a few years ago, I still didn't think about the direct thing isn't to think about, oh, actually, I could go to Mind, I could talk to them and things like that, because you have to get on with things. And if you've got children or if you've got the family to look after, it is, you just sort of get back into that routine, don't you? So it's a really, really good thing to know you're doing something like that and putting awareness out there for people to have a little bit more support and things. So that's a really, really good thing to do. So what campaigns have you been doing around your platform?
So we recently did one called Pet Power, and that was incredible. A lot of the Atlantic girls and other pageant girls got involved with that, and it was just a really simple idea, just to show appreciation for our pets, whatever animal you have, just that they bring so much light to your life. Like, I'm such a big champion for, I'm a massive dog fan, but I love all animals, and I'm just a big champion for the fact that they just bring something to your life that nothing else can. And I'm constantly at work trying to get them to make it dog friendly at work, because I just think there's so many benefits even to that, bringing dogs into the office. And it's, yeah, so that's what Pet Power is about, just showing appreciation for animals. And as part of that, I did a little giveaway for a Pets at Home gift card as well, so that was really nice. So one of the Atlantic girls, Kennedy, she won that for her little doggy. Well, big doggy, actually. I'm saying little, big doggy.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one. It looks amazing. It looks so much fun. And it's always nice to see people with their pets all sucked up and everything, isn't it? It's all a good thing to do. So
and I was like, oh, so cute.
Oh, I know, that's so sweet. But going back to your fundraising, so which charities do you support at the moment?
So I'm supporting Mind, as obviously it is a chosen charity of Atlantic, but it's one that, I knew about, but like you, I did a bit more research when I was researching the Atlantic system, and I couldn't believe all the resources that run there. And that's what I mean about my platform. I couldn't believe that there's all that information out there that I just didn't know how to access. And I knew instantly that I wanted to include that in my fundraising. So Mind is one, and then my other one is Wakefield Hospice, which is my local hospice. And I have fundraised for them, getting involved in all their events, etc., for 6 years since we lost my dad, because he spent quite a few months there in his final year. And they were just incredible. The support that they gave us as a family and the care that they provided him with was just second to none. And he used to say all the time, like, about how much he much preferred being there than being in the hospital. I remember once going in and he was having a foot massage, and I was just like, this is like a life of luxury in here.
Oh.
So yeah, I wanted to make it my focus and be able to fundraise and give back to them for the incredible care that they provided for my dad, so that I know and I can rest comfortable that they're doing the same for other families who need that as well.
Oh, that's lovely, and what a worthwhile charity that is. It's nice when charities mean so much to your heart, because it really does
Yeah.
mean when you give that bit back. So, have you been doing any other fundraising things at the moment? Have you got anything going at the minute that you're doing to raise money for the Mind or your personal charity?
Yeah, so I did a coffee morning in February. So I did that for both charities, and I split the proceeds for that, and that was really fun. I'd never done a coffee morning before, so I was a bit apprehensive about it. You know, it's like you do fundraising and it's the first time you've done something and you're thinking, I hope people turn up, I want them to turn up. But loads of people came and it was incredible.
Oh,
So yeah, I do want to do another coffee morning at some point. So that was really good. And then I decided my it's a bit of a long-winded story, but just to wrap it up quickly, my dog goes to a daycare centre and they hire out the daycare centre for parties, etc. And I had this idea that I wanted to do a doggy party. So it was something
I love it.
I'm just a crazy dog lady.
Yeah,
So
that is brilliant.
I had this idea I was going to do it, and I'd mentioned it to a couple of people at work, and they were like, "Oh my god, you need to do this! You need to do this!" And I said, "Yeah, but I've got a lot going on at the minute. I'm going to leave it till later in the year." And then I was speaking to Harriet, and she was like, "No, you should do it. Get it sorted." And I was like, "Yeah, okay. I'm just going to organise it because it is going to be absolutely incredibly fun." So yeah, we're doing that in June, so that will be super fun, and we're doing that just for Mind. And so yeah, I'm going to have all sorts of stuff. Going to do a bit of I do a bit of baking for my dog, so I'm gonna make some cupcakes and things like that. Have a little photo booth. It's gonna be great.
I absolutely love this idea, and it's quite unique as well. I'm not sure I've heard of a dog party before, but that is a brilliant way of raising money and to bring dog lovers together as well. You have to get all the
Absolutely.
dogs' little crowns as well.
Yes, that is the one.
That would be so cute. That would
Writing
be the
it
best
down
picture
now.
opportunity.
Crowns
Yeah.
for dogs.
Doggy crowns, it's got to be done. Yeah, it's brilliant. So, oh, that's wonderful. So you've been doing it ever so much with these charities, with your fundraising and everything like that. So, how's your preparation going for next week now?
Yeah, I feel like it's. I'm not panicking yet, but I think it's one of those where I feel very prepared to the point where I'm actually a bit chilled at the moment, and I don't know if that's a good space to be in or not. But we'll find out. It'll probably all change next week when I start going into my panic. But I've got all my outfits now. I picked the last of those up from my sponsor on Monday, so I've got all of those sorted. I just want to do a bit more walk practice in them at home. I've been practicing at my local dance studio sort of every other week, sometimes each week, depends what I had going on. But that's been really helpful to me as well. So I did the last session there last weekend. So I feel like I've nailed my walk how I wanted it. So that's really good. And yeah, just I guess just relaxing and just enjoying it all now. I think put all the hard work in. So just really want to have a fab weekend with all the
That's
girls and
it.
yeah.
I think the relaxing bit just before you go is really, really good. I mean, we were discussing just before we come live about having little pamper days. I know I've got one
Yes.
tomorrow getting my nails done and things like that, but it is nice to sort of just lay back and go, oh, because it's going to be a full on couple of days and so much fun. But to be honest, I always find when you're having so much fun, it just goes in the blink of an eye. It just goes
Oh
so
yeah.
quick. It's nice to have, nice rest, just, chill out for a few days beforehand. So, what would you feel like the best thing pageants has brought you over the last 10 years?
Oh, hard one. I feel like the cliche one, but it's so true, is obviously friends. Like I feel like I've made some lifelong friends, and friends that you wouldn't necessarily meet because we're all from different parts of the UK as well. So you get to meet people from all over the place, and I think it was such a saving grace as well during COVID because of everybody rallying together, and we had all like the virtual pageants to watch, and obviously things like doing these interviews, etc. as well. And yeah, just I think it's just one of those where it's given me a lot of confidence, and that's probably one of the biggest things that I take away from pageants. And I was saying this actually at work yesterday because I was doing a training course, and I said that I was talking about pageants. I had to do a presentation, and I decided to do it about pageants because nobody in the room knew that I did pageants. So I kind of like dropped the bombshell, and everybody in the room was like, "Oh!" And then when I got to the end and said, "Is there any questions?" and they were like, "I have many questions," and I was like, "Feel free." And it's just one of those where I said, like, I entered them because I just thought I was intrigued, but actually realised that the confidence I gained from that was just incredible and off the scale, and it's just like nothing that I can compare it to at all. And I think it just helps with other areas of my life as well, such as job interviews. I think, I'm so much more relaxed in job interviews now because of doing pageants. And I think if I can get up on a stage, I can do anything.
It's so true. I mean, I must admit, I always think it does give people confidence. And, it's a lot of people don't understand pageants, but it's quite nice to teach people about them as well, because a lot of people have different sort of perceptions on pageants. They're not quite sure how it all works. They're a bit like,
Yeah,
oh, it's world peace, it's a bit like this, it's like this, or it must be, catty, or, people don't quite get it, do they? So it's nice to always
no.
teach people, what it's all about and everything. So it's really, really good. So I tell you what, we're going to now wish you all the best of luck from Pageant Land here
Oh, thank
for the final
you.
next week. So what are you most looking forward to about the final, do you think?
Oh, well, the initial getting there and just like meeting everybody. I know we've all been talking in the group chats about, who's arriving when. So like that whole just
Yeah.
getting there and getting excited and meeting everybody. But also just, I think like we're having the gala dinner. I'm really looking forward to that. I think that'll be
Yeah.
incredible. We'll all just have a laugh, a bit of a dance and things like that. And yeah, so I feel like we're all going to feel like we've known each other forever by the end of the weekend. So yeah,
I know
just
I was going to
looking
quite
forward
miss the
to it.
group chat afterwards. We're going to be like, oh, so yeah, it probably still keep going. Actually, I don't know. Sorry, my Maine Coon cat is trying to get in the door. No, you can't come in. They're massive cats that's like a dog. I tell you, they are so funny. So, but no, it's been absolutely incredible talking to you, and we wish you all the best from all of us at Pageant Land for next week. And I just can't wait to meet you in person. It's going to be
Oh,
brilliant. So
thank you
going
so
on
much.
to the rest of the month for Queen's Table, it's got a lovely line of ladies this month, and we've had 3 beautiful ladies already, which is actually scary. Next week, the last one before the Atlantic final, our special guest is the lovely Miss Atlantic UK, which is Sherry Harvey. And then the week after, when it's going to be all sadly over and we're all going to be at home crying because it's finished, we've got the lovely Faith Louise Gold. So it is going to be a good few weeks. It's going to go so quick.
Oh,
I'm scared.
amazing.
We're going to take all the moment. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to have such a great time. I better start packing this weekend, but it is good. I must admit, because I don't work Thursdays and I have 3 days off for Easter. So I actually have 4 days now. So I've got plenty of time to pack. I don't think
Yeah,
I've
that's
ever had
fab.
that much time to pack with a pageant.
I know. I must admit, I'm going away on Friday. Well, in fact, I might travel tomorrow night, so I'm not going to have the weekend. But I'm going to get my nails done while I'm away, so that's one thing done. But I'm going to be working at home a bit next week, so don't tell my boss. But between working, I'm going to be packing.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to do the same. I'm working from home for the 2 days next week, so I'm going to be doing the same. We'll both pack together. So, yeah. But no, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you in a few days. You
Ah,
take
see you
care then.
soon.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
now.